In this video, we are going to learn how to multiply mixed numbers. And for our vocabulary this time, we are going to use prediction, which in math means guessing an approximate answer just in your brain, not by doing any great work, but just kind of by thinking about it before you solve. That helps you kind of get your bearings in the problem and to, when you get an answer, to have a bit of a feeling as to whether it seems right or not. This is a good strategy to use all the time in math, but we'll be talking about it a lot in this video. All right, so let's start by making a prediction. So if I'm trying to do 1/3 of 2.5, so I have 2.5 of something, and I want to break that into thirds, what am I going to be left with? Well, I know that it's not going to be more than 2. I know it's going to be less than 2, because I'm only taking 1/3 of it. Might be somewhere close to 1, because 2.5 is almost 3, and 1/3 of 3 would be 1, so maybe a little, about 1, a little bit less than 1 maybe. We don't know. It's just a guess, something to help us think about it. So then I'm going to draw out an area model. So there's 1 hole, there's 2 holes, and then here is a half. So this is my 2.5 here. I've got 1, 2, and a half. Now I want 1/3 of this, so I'm going to switch to a different color, and I'm going to break each of them up into thirds. 1/3 of that one would give me that top little slice, 1/3 of this one, give me this top little slice, and then 1/3 of this one, give me that little bit there. So now, how much did I get? It's kind of hard to tell because they're all in different sizes, right? Like this one, it looks like maybe I have 1/6 of the whole, but then these ones over here aren't the same size. So I'm gonna break them up again so that they are the same size. So now all of them are in 1/6, and I can count them up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/6. And that's a little bit less than 1, just like what I thought it would be. Now there's got to be an easier way though. So let's do this using our algorithm. So the first step in our algorithm was to multiply the numerators, but now I've got a hole in there kind of messing things up. So we have a new first step. Our new first step is to convert all the fractions into improper fractions. So let's go ahead and do that. So 1/3, that's already in the form we need it. But 2.5, that one, to convert it to an improper fraction, we do 2 times 2 and then plus 1. So 2.5 is 5 halves, and then we're multiplying by 1/3. Okay, so that brings us to step 2, which is what we already learned. So step 2 says that we need to multiply the numerators. So 1 times 5 gives us 5. And then now we're at step 3, which says we need to multiply the denominators. So 3 times 2 equals 6. Hey, look, that's what we got before. And then we don't forget our step 4, which is to simplify if possible. And in this problem, there's no possible simplifying because 5/6 is, 5 is just 1 away from 6, so there's nothing we can do with that. So our final answer is 5/6. So make sure you've got all these notes down, and then let's go ahead and try a few more. All right, so go ahead and try this with 1 2/3 times 3 1/5. Pause, follow the steps, and then press play again to see if you did it right. So remember, our first step is to convert into improper fractions. So I got 5/3 and 16/5. And 5 times 16 gave me 80, and 3 times 5 gave us 15. So now we need to know, can we simplify that? Well, I don't know if oh, sure, they can both be simplified by 5, which gives us 16 thirds, and then we can convert that back into a mixed number. We know 3 goes into 16 5 times with 1 left over, because 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Let's do it again. So let's do 4.5 times 1/8. So before you start, make a prediction. Is this going to be more than 1? Is this going to be less than 1? Is it going to be more than 4? Is it going to be less than 4? What is it going to be about? And then solve. Did you get 9/16 as your answer? Something that's less than 1. 9/16 can't be simplified any further, so that is all done. Let's do it again. Let's do 2 1/10 times 1 3/7. Before you begin, estimate. Is it going to be more than 1 or less than 1? More than 2, less than 2? Are both the fractions making it bigger, or is one of them going to make it smaller? Then pause and solve. So I got 2 times 10 is 20, plus 1 gives me 21/10. And then 7, 8, 9, 10 sevenths. So then I multiply, not 70ths, but sevenths. So then I multiply, and that gives me 210 70ths. Wow. Well, I can see both of those are divisible by 10. That gives me 21/7, which is 21 divided by 7 is exactly 3. Cool. That one worked out nice. Let's do one more. Let's do 4/11 times 5 1/4. So start by estimating. Are we going to be more than 1, less than 1, more than 5, less than 5? About where do you think this answer is going to be? Then solve. So here I get 4/11 times 21/4, because 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. I multiply across, that gives me 84/44. And 84 and 44 both happen to have 4 as a common factor, which leaves me with 21/11. Cool. You might notice kind of a pattern in what the original problem looked like in this one over here. We're not going to be solving them that way, but it can be cool to see it. All right, now it's time for your practice problem. For your practice problem, please solve 1 1/3 times 2/5. We'll check this in class together tomorrow.